So first things first, we have a very good spy master, and our nice but our pretty Amazonian husband. I love the height disparity on this. Like, there's a genuine difference in their heights. You can see it more on the barbershop if I open the barbershop and put him in. Hype train! We have a hype train. Ignore the hype train. Thank you very much, Grog72 UK, for your subscription as well. That is very good of you. Murder one of the faction leaders. Someone has cashed in the infamy. They've all got it infamy thing. Yeah, we probably should. We will then murder one of the faction leaders. Feel free to ignore hype trains. They are exactly just hype and rather pointless in my opinion. Yeah, he is legitimately a head taller than her. But you know, you've got to admit they're a cute couple. They're a cute couple.
Make it to your bidding, smile.
Oh yeah, I knew I had a voice on them. I'm surprised it doesn't say things more. Thank you very much for the resubscription. That is very nice of you. Cheers, Troutbridge. Right, but yeah, aren't they, you know, they're a very Swedish Norse looking couple. Right, murdering. So yeah, murdering a faction leader. Then you have cashed in the reward, which I do need to increase the cost of. So, faction leaders, we could go for King Manuel of Cyprus. What would be our odds on murdering King Manuel of Cyprus? We could do it. We might get away with that. Because as far as I remember, faction... generally speaking, the one on the left is the equivalent of the faction leader, aren't they? If I remember. They're normally the most powerful one, which is the one you want to deal with. Sushi Cat Yum. Hello. Thank you very much for the bits. Did I put the Welsh voice on the bit voice? I think I did. So, we have a choice. We probably want to murder for your faction point, for your cashed in points. Then I think King Manuel of Cyprus is probably our murder. Oh, by the way, I have learnt a lesson from Sushi Cat, which I made damn sure I did not have. A reward tier, which is praise my wife, because I'd have to go upstairs to do it every time, because she's currently hiding under a duvet, and I think she's off to go for a swim shortly. But B, because people do love cashing that in, I've noticed. There's only so much cherishing of one's partner one can do. Or we could go for Duchess Karen, because there's always a fucking Karen involved, isn't there? Duchess Karen of Lothian, but she has helped us in the past, and she is quite powerful and has been expanding up there. And kind of part of me doesn't really want to... I'd rather have her on side. I'm just not quite sure how we get her on side. So those are your two faction... What? The door's open. You can go out if you want. I'm not going to come over and open it wider. You're literally not my cat. Just use your legs and go out the door. I mean, she is the more powerful one. Her heir is Klaus Unrason here, but she has a bunch of kids. So the kingdom territory might split a bit. It would make it easy to deal with any rebellions. The only issue that I worry about is it would make the potential for the Albans to get back in. But we could do it. They're the Albans at the moment. They seem to flip between being the Albans and the Irish. They kind of can't make their mind up. The other thing we could do with King Manuel, I mean, he's only 26. He does sort of like us. We probably could gift him out of that thing. That's his heir. He does like us. Would he let us culture convert her via a ward? We can't ward because we've already pre-warded our 2 daughters. What about Prince Helgi, though? We could culture convert King Manuel's heir. We could culture convert. I mean, we can't not do that. So maybe we don't want to. Let's go for the Karen then. What's the odds on our Karen? Because the rules are, I will do it. She's got lower odds. I think we have to go for him if we're honouring the thing. It's going to come down to whether we can actually get anyone in on this. Have we got a spy master on support plots? Yeah, he's on support schemes. Court intrigue. Well, I mean, if Mayor Sebastian, 84% success chance and scheme power 33 is in on this. How much do you want, Mayor Sebastian? Fine. Right, unless the game XCOMs us, that should do it. We need to build up some cash, though. So let's build up the cash. Let's build up the cash. My chat view's gone funny. I know it is, hang on. I'm only getting the last 2 messages, which was very annoying for a while. I can see more again now. Right. Breathing down the necks, it seems that King Manuel is tightening security at court, hoping to track down traitorous schemers. My fellow Potter, Mayor Daniel, is concerned he might have attracted some unwanted suspicion. I think we have to... Who else could we get in? Like, is it worth us taking that gamble or not? I think we have to take the gamble. Because we're not going to pull it off without him. Shit, he found it. He doesn't know it's us, though. And it's still better odds than it was. Anyone else? But we really do need to start saving some cash now. The latest work of... Oh god, he's writing poetry again, chat. So the guardianship should still stay active, because it's an active guardianship. If not, we'll try again, and we will try and guardian her again. I'm seeing the guardianing at the moment as a bit of bet hedging, more than anything else. The Empress of... That Empress of the Miklagard. Women need not fear as lives depart, though it may tear their grievers apart. And when their final hour nears, their name lives on the lips of their peers. Yes, well done. Yes, well done, my marshal. Right. Council. Are our council actually doing the things? So we got religious conversion finally in Byzantium shortly. We've got cultural conversion in Palermo because we're pushing on Norse in Sicily because obviously that's where we need it. We are getting somewhat stressed. We could do with a party. So yeah, we need to stash some cash. We are pushing, by the way, on lifestyles because we need to get pedagogy, and then we're going to grab up to know thyself. And then we go back through. What's the succession law at the moment? Right, we have got Let me pull it up for you. Succession is confederate partition. All the children inherit equally. And because we reformed the Asatru religion, it's female preference. So what we're tending to do is a lot of line trimming. So the odd bit of child murder combined with the odd bit of disinheriting. And, you know, when we're child murdering, who are you? And do you have enough troops? She is a heightening, so we will let her have that. No! No more babies! Bad husband. Bad husband. Bad husband. No more babies. Yeah, I have to say I'm quite impressed with what they managed to do with the poetry in this. It's pretty good. I think Grugi was talking about it a while ago, and then the CK3 team talked about how they got it working. It's actually really quite cleverly done. Right, I'm going to let this bank up to about 1,000. Well, actually, no, I'm not. Yeah, we're going to let it get up to 1,000. And then we're going to start slapping some extra holdings down in Palermo. But we do kind of need to go probably have a party. Which is going to cost us 250, so let's hold off on that for a bit longer. Because I am worried about... What we don't want to happen is have our revolts kick in. And us not have money in the bank. My spymaster, Duke Procopius, approaches me with a wicked grin. My lady, this pouch contains a powder most nefarious. If sprinkled on top of something, say a gift for King Manuel, it leaves no trace, but will afflict whoever touches it with a weakness and ill humours. Well, well, well. I mean, costly, but yeah. Our agents have acquired a novel weapon. It is a thin reed that allows a small poisoned art to be... I'm going to assume that means dart rather than a small poisoned art. A small poisoned dart to be launched at quite remarkable distances towards a target and can deliver a fatal dose of poison. Perhaps this could be the method by which we dispatch King Manuel of Cyprus. What a marvellous tool. Although the strange novel weapon was novel, it has proven to be effective. King Manuel of Cyprus turned blue and died after receiving a dart through an open window. The plot has been a success. It seems King Manuel of Cyprus did not understand the significance of the small dart at first and removed it prior to dying. Our involvement is unknown. Bring the weapon here. I'd like to keep it. Yeah, he was basically murdered by a really, really bad NFT. Right. We need to just pause briefly and consider the implications of this. Yes, hello again, Cat. Yes, thank you. Yes, I can see your bottom. I think that killed off the faction. It did indeed. We have Greek Orthodox populists to worry about now, but they are less problematic, I think. I would kitty camp, but he's wandering in and out. It's a nice day. I think he just likes the fact that we keep the patio door open, so he can basically just he can hunt things in the garden and wandering every now and again. He's currently chasing a sunbeam around the living room floor. Yeah, are we still warding the new queen? This is the question. Yes, she still has the guardian. Prince Helgi is still her guardian. So she should culture convert to Norse, which is good news. But yeah, if he does settle down later and start snoozing on the jumper, on his favourite jumper, I will turn on the cam. She really does not like me. To be fair, it's because we're holding a bunch of territory that she would quite like. She wants the Earldom of Cappadocia, the Earldom of Chrysianon, and the Earldom of Cypriot. Yeah, no. I'm not like making you like the most fucking powerful person around. So basically, I think we will have to deal with her at some point, but not yet. Not yet. So, faction problems. The Independence faction is now too weak. Oh, that's because the Duchess, I think Karen's dropped out. Karen's not in it at the moment, which is good news. We will get Greek Orthodox populists, so that's what we need to watch for. So let's tick this up. So we want this to tick up to basically to 1,000, really, ideally, before we start hosting feasts. I mean, who's holding this then? So which of these titles are we holding that she really, really wants? Because she holds that. We're not holding some spurious... Oh, that's alright, it's a son. He won't inherit anything, so it's fine. We can have boys. Boys are useful now. Boys we can turn into shield maidens. Yeah, look, we're not controlling directly any of the earldoms she wants. Yeah, I think that may be what it is she wants us to create the titles for her. No, because I'm going to assume that that person is in jail for a reason that we have forgotten about. That's a good question. Was the boy any good? Fuck me, yeah. He is a genius, handsome, robust boy. We're going to marry him to someone good and give him some territory. A shameful truth has reached the light of day. My vassal, Duke Edmund, has an extramarital affair with his lover Astrid. How could he defile the sanctity of his marriage? Do we like Edmund? He's our oh, he's the one who keeps writing us crap poetry. We will imprison him. Do we need to... what's his contract like? So we could revoke titles, but I don't think we really need to. Right, we're going to unprotect his religious rights. You can go out if you give us a hook. Which means we can modify your feudal contract and unprotect your religious rights. There we go. Which means in future we can convert him. And we can make him our marshal again. He hates us, but we will sway him. So yeah, one of the things we're kind of having to do is find ways. So we want pedagogy because pedagogy gives our kids more, or our wards more skills as they grow up. So I think we want to look for opportunities to see if we can convert him. Because if he's got kids... they're all old, so there's no point. Oh, actually his heir would then become Arfrida Svan's daughter. Cultural fascinations. We should probably find something that gives us a bit more... Bailiffs would be nice. Go with bailiffs. Yes, well done. Congratulations on your marriage. Did he just die? Oh well. Prince Helgi. Congrats. You're Marshal. There's a diplomacy one that does that too, isn't there? Yes. So, before we revel in the death of someone, for those who don't know, if you're raising kids, if you're trying to raise the best kids possible, the thing you want to make sure you get first is pedagogy. And you ideally want them to be tutored by someone who is a quick, intelligent, or a genius. This has more impact on how good they will become when they get older than whether you pick someone who matches their traits in terms of stewardship or whatever else. So it's a bit different from CK2 in that regard. If you're raising kids though and you want to raise the best, the very first thing you need to take is pedagogy. This means at 3 separate stages throughout your warding them, they have the chance to increase their skills by 1. Once they reach the point where you're no longer warding them, that's not going to affect them, which is why you want to get it as quickly as possible. The other trait you want to get if you want to raise the best children, and this only applies to your direct children, so not your wards, because obviously wards could be your nieces or granddaughters or whatever else. But if they are your direct children, Groom to Rule, as a perk, will randomly give children 1 to 3 extra skill points in whatever focus you have given them. So if you have them focused on stewardship, they're most likely to get 3 stewardship points, or 1 to 3 stewardship points. There is an element of randomness to it. There is something about Groom to Rule that most people don't know. If you are about to die, or know you are about to die, like say, for example, you have taken this tree and you've gone down to know thyself, like we will, so you know you're going to die very, very soon. This button in the top corner, Reset Perks, will trigger 50 stress, but it will refund all of your perk points and allow you to spend them again. If you immediately spend it again on Groom to Rule, it will give all of your kids another 1 to 3 skill points. You can fire it multiple times within a lifetime by resetting your perk. You can only reset your perks once, but it means you can actually super boost your kids by hitting Groom to Rule twice. So the important thing you need to do, chat, is remind me when we're about to die that you can do that. It is horribly min-max. And therefore, it is entirely your choice to make it. I think they will patch it out at some point because I don't think they've spotted it. But if you really, really want to bring up the best children possible, reset your perks and hit Groom to Rule again. Hey, look, what's a skill point between friends? We only actually learned that about 2 streams ago. We tested it and it worked. Now, the thing is, we've got good kids. So these kids are going to grow up good anyway. I mean, like, look, this baby is 2 years old and she is already a better steward than I am. But we probably will do it slightly. Right, dangerous faction. Who are we worried about now? Who's kicking off? It's going to be the Greek Orthodox populists, so... And as my eyes met Jarl Arnborn's for what feels like the 20th time tonight, I know I am not imagining things. Even from the other end of the table, his gaze feels as tense as the midday sun. He wants me, and I can feel my body responding, awakening. But Jarl Harfor, his wife, and my cousin, is also here tonight. I mean, the question becomes whether he actually... He doesn't have any titles, so him liking us is no good for us. Really. So my heart will remain pure. If he was actually a ruler, I'd probably have done it, because we could have used that as a way of keeping him in line. Yeah, basically, 2 years old and she's better at running countries than 90% of people in this game. Right. We're going to get another fucking massive Greek Orthodox populist rebellion here. So we need to be ready for this. What about his kids? He's still Orthodox. We kind of want him to rebel so we can take Thessalonica off of him. Because that dude should not have Kingdom of Thessalonica. He's Greek Orthodox. Yeah, the Liberty faction are the most worrying. That's bloody Karen again, that is. Now the question becomes, do we want this to fire? There is no end to the opinions and wants of my daughter and heir, Matilda. Half the time she is trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way round. So she is going to be bossy, which is perfect because we can filter her for stewardship. So that's what we'll pick. Oh, I really don't want to gain 20 stress. Right, what are we doing about this Liberty faction? So the question becomes whether we actually want them to kick off or not. So it's bloody Karen again. Oh, hang on, we've got a son now. No, she hasn't got any eligible daughters, so we can't get an alliance. Which is problematic. I can't imagine why he doesn't like us. He's been a pain in the arse for a long time. I mean, frankly, there's a bunch of people here we'd quite like to rebel so we can take titles off of them. Get some more Norse around. These people, disgraceful behaviour. Yeah, we could go with some dread boosting, which is probably not a bad idea. Who have we got in the dungeons that we can kill off? We have a lot of prisoners. What were we doing last time? Right, what is our dread at the moment? 55, so we can go up to 100. I mean, nobody likes you. Probably is the crop from the last revoke, yeah. $92, so we kill one more person, but I think we're into duchesses then. Oh no, we can kill that dude. Right, we're at maximum dread. No, I think the problem with ransoming a bunch of these people is they would immediately join factions. So actually, if you look at our factions and who can't join factions, that's who can't join factions. Will these rebellions keep happening until these rulers convert cultural religious? Yes, largely. This is the problem we've got, and this is why we're focused on trying to culture convert and generally put Norse people in charge. Like, there's always going to be a level of revolting that we're going to get anyway, but what we're trying to do is just gradually get everyone on board. A loud crash resounds through the great hall as one of the doors to the service quarters breaks. In a barely clothed tumble, my acquaintance Zoe and my vassal Mayor Maximus spill. To imagine they had such a secret. So yeah, we're at 100 dread at least. Let's lose another bunch of stress. How much would it cost us to kill off Karen? Oh, we get humble honesty. We don't need the... There's just no chance we'll pull it off. Because the predicted agents is 0 as well. I mean, we could essentially force it to fire, but I think it'd be a bad idea. Because we could just essentially revoke his title. But a 0 chance, so he would rebel and a bunch of people would rebel with him. I mean, she doesn't massively hate us. The tyrant stuff will tick down. Let's see if he will convert. No, fair enough. Right, there's only 4 of them left in it again, because our dread tick up has helped. People being terrified of you is very useful. The only reason we're not swaying Karen is because we're swaying Duke Aemond. Although that's probably a bit pointless now, so maybe we should just sway Karen instead. Let's sway Karen instead. Dynasty legacies. Strange gods, different faith opinion, different faith, popular opinion, minus 50%. That is a huge one for us. We absolutely want this. That will help us enormously. Speaking of, you should now be converting faith in Sicily, because that's going to be our core realm. Palermo's 4 months off. Someone remind me in 4 months so we can do another bit of cultural switching. What we really need to do is find a reason to take this off of him. Like the fact that he is Orthodox Greek. I will not trade for your soul. We need to find secrets or potentially fabricate a hook on this dude. So I think we need to make you find secrets there. That's the question. Are there other key people? So let's have a look at our vassals. So the other thing to think about is the fact that the moment we flip them, their heirs change. So Karen's heir is Klaus. So there's not really much we can do about that. His heir's a grown up. His heir is a young lass. She's a Asatru Greek. Can we... Let's pause for a second while we do this. Right, we can culture convert her. His heir is Torbjorn here, who is Swedish Old Asatru. Queen Marguerite, we know, is going to culture convert anyway. Assuming she hasn't shed her guardian. No, she's still got the old dude. Oh yeah, thanks chat. Culture convert. There are some terrible hats going on in this. His primary heir is Prince Ignatius here. So he won't convert faith. What if he might accept? Let's see if he'll accept faith conversion first, because that would convert his kid. Oh, you star! So she's now the right faith, which means if we offer guardianship of Gudrun and convert culture, do you see how Asatru's starting to creep around a lot now? Because this is the benefit of getting those rulers in, is they start doing their own bit of faith conversion. More vassals. So that took us down to King Euthamios. Duke Ulf of Gwynedd is a Asatru and Swedish, but he's going to do that. You're an arsehole. $14, so it's too late. Asatru Norse. Orthodox Greek. Hello, small child. First things first, would you convert? Let's ask anyway. He's going to get a weak hook, but I think we do it. They'll probably demand to be on the council, which would be really annoying. But needs must. Offer guardianship. Convert culture. Who's next on the list? So that was this dude, wasn't it? Hello, small child. Should become Swede, but Swede is better than Greek. It's essentially adjacent. Asatru Norse. Asatru Anglo-Saxon, but too old. Duchess of Tripoli. That's interesting. She's bitter. Duke Bjorn. Kid's too old. Princess Ragnhild is just badass. Our aunt. Asatru Norse. I think we're probably alright from that point, because we're into the ones who like us from that point onwards. We were basically just trying to put wards on Norse, or at least very least Swedish wards onto Greek kids, where the Greek kids were likely to become rulers. We have a lot of titles we can create. Like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 kingdoms we could technically create. Like I say, if we ever wanted to just do the Dynasty of Many Crowns, what we'd actually do is just grant all of those kingdoms out and then explode the Byzantine Empire. Right, meanwhile, while we have relatively low faction issues, apart from this Liberty faction, but we'll deal with that, we should get to work in Palermo. So what we probably want to do is build into these empty spaces. So we're going to need to build a church before it'll let us build anything else. But what that should now mean is once that's built, we can build a castle. Town's got max buildings. That is not maxed, so get yourself up to some... Can you go any higher? We can go higher. We can go higher on that one, I think. Can we go max? No, we can't. Yeah, that... It should warn you about that and not let you kind of try and push the button. Right, that can go up to level 2. So we're trying to sway Karen so that she stops being quite so much of a Karen. Now, why is this kid pissed at us again? She wants more titles, doesn't she? I don't think we hold the titles she wants, though. Right, anatomical studies, because we want to get restraint so we can go chaste. Or celibate, rather, and then we want know thyself. And then once we've got that, we will flip. We'll flip to diplomacy just so we've got it. Yeah, so the titles... Oh shit, I still haven't sorted out my steward, have I? Steward, steward, steward. Not development, what am I doing? We need you to promote culture. Go with Syracuse, actually. And actually, we're going to put you in Palermo. Can we build anything else that's going to help? Messina. Yes, hello, cat. Yeah, we can build a Messina. So we've got logging camps, hunters' lodges. Oh, that's fine. I'm absolutely fine with giving you sanctioned war declaration, because you haven't blocked war declaration anyway. Right, we want forest forts. And then probably barracks. Don't think we can build anything else useful here. We could take that off the Grand Master and take back control of it. How is Miklagard itself looking? Yes, there's nothing we can do here. It's annoying that we can't really do anything with the Hagia Sophia. Well, we got one sway on Karen. Yeah, but it's that kind of specific guy we're after, so... I think for a little while it's worth just looking in there to see if we pick something up. It really would be nice to have some kind of mechanism for getting benefits from this. Oh, hang on. Yeah, she wants rightful titles. So, I mean, we could give these out to her. I kind of feel maybe we should hold off, though. How do we get to this point? Short version. Heisteen became living legend, created the Kingdom of Mann, the most OP kingdom in the entire game. Conquered England. Hopped territories to take all the way up to Crimea. Watched for an opportunity, took the Byzantine throne, and now we are struggling to hold on to the Byzantine throne. On the way, we have reformed the religion, and it is female primacy. Asatru is female primacy now, because this is a female rulers only run after Heisteen. And we have 2 absolute god tier daughters ready to take over. So the main thing we're trying to do at the moment is just not to lose the Byzantine Empire. Yeah, he's not really finding anything, so I think we pull him back and we make him find secrets on the capital. And then we just hope we pick up some secrets that we can get some conversion going on with. We might push for fabricate secrets. We've not picked one yet, but we should do. She is pensive, so she's going to be stewardship as well. We need more things we can build up. We really need to get Syracuse back. Chat, give me ideas for how we get Syracuse back without fucking everyone off. I don't think killing him will help. Why do we control Gbari? Oh, we were going to give this out. I'll tell you what, that would probably be a good one to give to our son if we married our son to someone decent. Or did we have a relative in mind for this? Gender, female. Dynasty, ours. I do need to start taking notes. I don't think we made it a sin to not convert. But we can have a look. So we could give this... So all of our good relatives are vassals already. I got Lady Ellen Saga's daughter, but she's Swedish. What if... Can we find him? We want a fertile... inheritable traits... problem is he's so young at the moment. Yeah, we do need to ward him. We've got a couple of years, but we could set that up so we don't forget. Who do we ward him to, though? Who do we ward him to? 80 Morgan, thank you very much for the follow. I tip my invisible Panama hat to you. Who do we ward him to? any vassals we particularly want to impress? I mean, everyone vaguely likes us again. Yeah, wasn't our aunt... So, Princess Freya, her sister's still around, isn't she? Yeah, there you go. She's Asatru and Norse. We would like you... No, I'm not going to send you a gift, although I could. I would like you to ward my son. Has Karen stopped plotting against me yet? Yes, Karen no longer wants to kill us. This is good. So we could... Let's continue swaying Karen, because I think Karen liking us more is a good idea. Quartered in the fortress of Jomsburg, the Joms Vikings are a warrior order devoted to protecting the old ways of the Asatru faith against change, dishonour and foreign faiths. For my piety and virtue, Grand Mistress Ingridir has sent me a choice of 2 retainers. Horodofir, who kills 10 peasants each day abroad, or Barda, who sacked 100 churches, as well as compliments for my devotion. One shall stay and the other shall return to the Joms Vikings. I mean, if he's going to kill 10 peasants a day, that's going to get expensive in peasants very fast. Like, that's a lot of peasants. So he is one hell of a marshal. Prowess 14. Prowess 22. Yeah, we'll take Barda. Barda, do you want to convert? Ugh. Can't because he's an order member. Is there actually anything... So we're almost at Living Legend. We're almost at Religious Icon. I think we've unlocked both of those things, haven't we? Strengthened Bloodline we'll get with the daughters. I mean, the kingdom is relatively stable. Maybe we should do a military campaign. Italy's not looking that strong. Neither is Ancona. I feel like we should go to war while we've got the opportunity to go to war and while we've got a massive purse. That's what we want. Because we need that anyway for forming Rome. And we could go for the kingdom. To destroy the papacy, we need to hold the whole of Italy. So we basically need this territory up here. I think being able to nab the whole of Corsica in one go is not the whole of Croatia in one go is not a bad thing to do. We can do a kingdom tier war once in our lifetime. And I like the idea of our daughters going for that. The alternative is we try and... Actually, what we should be doing is trying to ruin these guys' day. Oh, he's too good to murder. So at the moment, we could take the land off the Pope. But I think we'd be premature in doing it. I think we're better off leaving it for the daughters. So I think... Chat, your choices are really that we either go for Ancona or we go for Croatia. So if we did it as a holy war, the risk is that they can call in co-religionists, regardless of whether they're allied to them or not. Right, we now have restraint, which means we can take celibate, so we can stop popping up sprogs. Yeah, I mean, I do think Croatia. It's a nice bit of border gore solving. And then we could even potentially just do little tight wars for these. He's got no allies and 1,500 men. If we don't declare on him, someone else will. Because if we went for the duchy, it would take bloody ages. So I think we go for the kingdom. Because that gives us the kingdom of Croatia, which is very nice. I mean, technically, it's got titles in those, but... Right, let's get some troops raised. I mean, I think we don't need to raise all of our troops. I mean, we could raise all and then disband, because it all is essentially all of the locals anyway. And given he's at war with other people. My vassal, Countess Ingrafir, had an affair with her lover, Count Buza. Oh dear. Countess Ingrafir. Right, you go there. 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 Oh, hey, should we steal that siege? Or not. Should get there in time, I think. Wounded, my injured vassal. There's nothing that can be done. Don't lose this, guys. I want that siege. Do we not have a court physician? find me a physician. He is a physician. He is not. Dan, you got the job. So it was kind of, because we got the cash, I figured it was worth looking for that first. You want to send me a consort? I'm fine, thanks. So if both of those guys had been rubbish when we'd looked for them, I'd have then sent for a physician. But luckily they were both quite good. Well, we got a good candidate, and that was all we really needed. Let's group these guys together and go there. So it is a bit of pot luck. I mean, essentially, if you've taken some of the learning traits, you get an increased chance of getting a good physician. But it's still not guaranteed. But you can just say, actually, neither of those guys is any good, and then just go back to doing it the other way. Glorious news has reached my court. What's she going for? What are you actually trying to get hold of? For the Kingdom of Sweden? I mean, we could. I think it's more that Sweden is old Asatru. If we weren't in this war, I'd absolutely be jumping on that. But there is a lot going on in this war. A lot more than I expected to be going on in this war, frankly. Who else is he actually at war with? Because it's someone quite strong. Is he at war with Carpathia? So he's in that war. There's a lot more troops running around here than there should be. A lot more troops running around here than there should be. Like, why are they... Fucking AI in this is... Like, there's no reason for them to come for me. Like, you'd stay out of the way. Right, we do need to think about whether we go in for this crusade or not. So she's got 13,000 pledged already. 19,000 defenders. We could go in for it. So essentially this is what we're going after. And he'll have all the little shitty rulers around here on his side. But the good news is we've got a lot of money in the bank. And we can get the Holy Order because we can trump everyone else because they're technically our Holy Order. That would put someone from our dynasty on the throne. Because we could just say that that's what we wanted as a reward more than anything else, is we want someone from our dynasty on the throne. And in terms of increasing the further for Old Asatru, it would be really good. No, I'm pretty certain we can hire the Holy Order still. Have you got kids? You haven't yet. Why aren't you married? Oh, because she's married to my brother. He's chaste. That's potentially problematic. I mean, the other thing we could do is redirect the war. We could redirect it against somewhere else. So we could, for example, go somewhere down here in Spain. Yeah, I'm kind of reluctant to go for Italy, because we want to go for Italy. How are his out? No, he'll get a massive troop boost. Let's leave it going for Savo. We're pledged anyway. You don't think my... He didn't. Why didn't he start doing it? Go fucking convert shit. 2 months on Palermo for religious conversion. Someone remind me in 2 months. Actually, hang on. So, did Driffer just arrive and then immediately leave? You know what we should do is we could just give her Bari. Which then means we can give her Apulia. And we can negotiate an alliance with her. Which brings us back under our domain limit. It said 2 years? I thought it said 2 months. Oh yeah, 2 years. Remind me in 2 years. So who's our beneficiary going to be? We want someone from our dynasty. Our son's too young. I think they've got to be of age. I mean, she's still of childbearing age. How can he be a gambler? He's 0 years old. Yeah, that'd be the other thing to do, would be go old relative. So for example, we could go Prince Helgi, who's our uncle. Which would mean that Drifa would inherit it. Or we just go Bragi, our brother. Why are you betrothed to her? Is that at least a patrimonial marriage? I worry that that's not necessarily a patrimonial marriage. In which case they wouldn't get. Maybe we do just give it to these. Because I think we would inherit it if they don't have kids, because he's chaste. I'll go on him. Apparently we need a new marshal. Duke of Essex gets the job. Let's get them into some supply. Should get supply from there. I'm going to put you back in supply. Yes. Dangerous faction is Greek Orthodox populists, which would be annoying. But beatable. You get down here and support these guys, because you've still got good supply. A great holy war for Sweden. The time has finally come to consecrate the grounds of Sweden with the blood of the heathens and claim this land for the glory of Tyr. Our holy warriors march with the certainty that whether they emerge victorious or die fighting against the unbelievers, their devotion will earn them a place in Valhalla. Right, you've got enough supply that we can throw you back into there and then pull these guys out. There was a commotion among the children today. Stefania was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Lagertha was furious that anyone could target someone attempting to speak on behalf of Sylph, and chased away the other children. We can make her brave instead of zealous. I think we'll make her brave instead of zealous. Because of the prowess and martial boost. And it's a virtuous trait. I'm hoping the capital siege will be enough. Matilda came to me complaining about Freya bullying her. She started asking how to get someone hanged. She felt like they should be. Fair enough. So we could make Matilda arbitrary, which gives her, oh no, stewardship, screws her stewardship. I don't really want her craven. I don't really want her lazy though. I mean, the natural dread is potentially useful for her, but not the vassal opinion. I might just take lazy. I know it's not great, but let me give you a better commander. You go kill them for me. Because that should definitely be enough to win the war. Learning perk. Know thyself. Flip. Diplomacy. We will go with probably just flat out diplomacy. Be nice to get befriend out of this as well. Outrageous. People should not be escaping my dungeons. Right, they're about to die. Capital's about to fall. You need to get somewhere supply. That's still over the supply limit, so let's flip you in half. And you can go... Part of the problem is working out which ones we occupy and which ones the enemy occupy. Are you in supply? Yeah, you're in supply. Almost there. Smack another couple of little armies around. There we go. I mean, that is an alternative. No, we put the effort into Sicily. I was just thinking that the alternative would be that we keep control of Croatia. But I don't think we do. I mean, we could marry our son off to someone. Is he back at our court? Why is he back at our court? Shouldn't he have a guardian? Tempted to marry him to her. Did our aunt die? I really wish it would tell you when, like, give you a better pop-up for people dying. Hello, giggling warlock. So, right, so what we need to do here is we need to don't even know what that was about, but we're going to enforce. Now, I know we're at war. It's going to take us 6 months. But I think we are just going to disband all of these guys down. How do we get started? I will stick the video up on YouTube later because it was a while ago now. But Nance's heisting. We took the Kingdom of Mann. We island hopped to Malta. And then to Crete. Then up into Crimea. Built up our power base in England a bit. Then swore fealty to the Byzantines. And then took them down from within. And indeed are still taking them down from within, because we have a massive work of cultural conversion to do here. So we have lots of rebellions, but we're getting there. Right. What are we doing, chat, with Croatia? Because we need to give that to someone. So the options are that we marry our brother to someone and set him up as the king of Croatia, or rather set her up as the queen of Croatia, and then their kids will be of our dynasty, which seems to me to be the best approach. But I'm open to other options, so yeah, I did actually. I just asked them nicely for the title when the Byzantine ruler was a baby and I had a big army and he let me have it. 2-minute bio break and I'm going to get, it's past 12 so I can have a beer. So I'm going to grab a beer. You have a think about whether we want to do that with Croatia, whether we give it to our brothers, we betroth our brother to someone and give it to her, which to me makes sense. But I'm open to other options if people have different ideas. So just ping in chat if you have a different idea. I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay. Booze. Today's beer is, or first beer of the day, is actually, it's by the Orbit Brewery, and it is only 4.0% ABV. It is a Rhubarb Sour, so it is a seasonal sour, and it's from Yorkshire. Well, the hops are. It's by Yorkshire Forced Rhubarb Hops Yeast. It's by Orbit Brewing, who are a London brewer down here in London. So this should be interesting. So let's try a Rhubarb Sour. Oh man, that is very tart. I wouldn't want to go a session on that. I know it's described as a session, but that is very tasty. It's really light and crisp. And it's just got a hint of rhubarb. Actually, no, that's growing on me. That is disturbingly drinkable. That is disturbingly drinkable. That is a Rhubarb Sour. Yeah. Orbit Brewery. London Brewery. Look it up. That is absolutely lovely. I'm going to have to see if they got more of that in the beer shop. Okay, chat, what is the verdict? Yeah, we don't want to give it to the brother. I think we... So who do we have in our court? So if we married him to someone decent, problem is it's got to be someone in our court, really. Like, she would be amazing. She's just really cool. I feel like we should just give it to her because she's cool. She is an ambitious, impatient, wrathful, skilled tactician. She is an organizer, an Amazonian, an aspiring blade master, a comfort eater, and a berserker. Like, just for roleplay reasons, I feel like we should give it to her. Because she just looks fun. Like, maybe we should just give her some land anyway. Right, well, we've got subtitles we need to give out here. Let's make her... Can we find her again? And yeah, we've got inheritable trait filters on and fertile. I mean, yeah, she's ambitious. She's going to eat other vassals, but she's going to comfort eat other vassals, and that's fine. Look, I just like you. So I'm going to give you... probably one of the ones up here. Or do we keep Zagreb and give that to... She seems like the kind of person who would thrive in mountainous territory. And that is the de jure part of Zamlucha, which we can create and give to her. so we will. Because she's just cool. I like her. And yeah, we should give her something bordering one of these territories. What else do we directly control down here now? She can have this one as well. And what we'll actually make her of is the Duchess of whatever that is, because I suspect we still control... That's Upper Bosnia. Yeah, we're going to make her the Duchess of Upper Bosnia. But let's give some of these away first, because we don't want her controlling too much around here. So this just needs to go to someone who is... I'm not fussed about them being of our dynasty. They just need to be Norse. You're a resentful paragon. But you got some good traits, so... and this one... we will grant to... Trifa! Go on, you can have some... Well, you're chaste, actually. Let's not give it to someone chaste. Cecilia. Flexible leader. Misguided warrior. Wrathful, arrogant, ambitious. Go on, you'll keep the other one on her toes. Which means we will give you the Duchy of Upper Bosnia. Do we have the Duchy of Upper Bosnia, or do we need to create it? I think we need to create it. We will create that, and we will give it to her. Now, I don't think she'll marry our son. 21, he's 8, so they would... Yeah, she wouldn't go for it, but that's fine. I quite like her being her own little independent character. So these three we want to give to whoever we're marrying our son. So we ideally need someone... someone with traits. And not too much of an age gap. Doesn't hugely matter if they're Norse, because we're going to patrilineal marry it. I quite like Babs here. She'll still be young enough to have kids. She's got 10 stewardship. I think that's all out of the age range. And I really like the idea of giving them the hail trait. Yeah, let's go with Babs. Oh, no, hang on. Intelligent. Because we do ideally want them to be Norse, but not necessarily. We can set an age bracket, can't we? Age difference, no more than 10 years. Ideally less than 5. Oh, hello. Pledge him to this nice Estonian lady. Problem is we can't grant her titles. Yeah, this game does odd things to you. We kind of need someone we can grant titles to. That's the problem. Because if we can't grant titles to them, we might just have to go with someone in our court. So she's now Norse. She's his heir, so we did successfully convert her, which is good news. But let's not give her more land. Yeah, we could grant to a parent, but... Oh, she's a concubine. See, she would make a good vassal because she's trusting. And she is... They would still be in the kiddie range. And worst case, it would come back to us. Yeah, I could ward them and convert them. What's her useful kingdom claim? She's got a claim on the Tsardom of Carpathia. No, let's not overreach. Let's not overreach ourselves. The problem with that is it gets complex very fast. So what we'd essentially have to do is, like, unless, where's our aunt? Carpathia over here. Oh, our aunt's dead. They only have boys. She only had boys. No way. Hello. She finally had a daughter. Karen finally had a daughter. But she's also got a sister who's Asatru and Norse. No, let's not overthink this. Let's not overthink this, and we kind of don't want to be giving that to a baby. So I think we're going to give that. We're going to... let's just... because you can do a filter on your find characters, can't you? So we want someone who's at court. We want ideally them to be an adult. We need them to be female. That's our list. We're back to Gerda here. Oh, we go child. And the only ones here are our things anyway. We're going with Gerda here. Gerda, I want you... She's got 16 intrigue, so she should survive. I want you to marry Alright, yeah, why wouldn't you let me pick? I'm still applying filters. I want you to marry my son. And I want it to be a patrilineal marriage because we want them to be Hastings. Good stuff. Gerda, while you're there, and because it's creepy as fuck, would you care to ward your husband? Just purely for the legit creepiness quotient. Because it's funny. Gerda. Congratulations. Now, what we could do is so we probably want to give her the Duchy of Slavonia, which we can assert. So we can give that now out to her. Now, I don't think there's really a reason for us to give her the kingdom yet. We might as well save that and do that with the kids, because I don't think there's a penalty against us for holding the too many kingdoms, just for too many duchies. Yeah. So that's fine. So we'll just keep that as it is, and then we can give out the kingdom title later on. Oh, and we still control Gakko here, which we should give to someone. That can just go to Durfa, there you go, have a title. And you're just a direct vassal for now, but we'll hand you over when you become a kingdom. Oh no, there's a... Alright, okay, there's some people who should be sub-people here. So Duke Mahalo, we're going to take your title off. Apparently it'd be a tyranny if we revoked it. We can at least convert him. So we've done that. So he should pop out of prison now. No, he's not going to let us hook it off of him. I didn't expect he would, to be honest. No, yeah, you're fine. He hates us, but if we give him... So that should go back anyway, because that's our cousin, so that's fine. If he rises up, he rises up. That's okay. How's Bari doing? Bari is good. Bari is now in the hands of Jarl Drifa, our cousin, who is now the Duchess of Apulia. Yeah, exactly. I think the kingdom thing isn't, luckily, so we can hold as many kingdoms as we want. And how warding our son? Our son is being warded by his future wife, his 19-year-old future wife, which is not in any way creepy at all. Meanwhile, we have a holy war over here somewhere, don't we? Which we should actually be fighting. Should we? Probably. They are losing it. So we got 7 months until we can raise our armies again anyway, so let's not raise armies until... We'll give it until March. Because the other thing I'm worried about is we've got Greek fucking populists running around being annoying again. I am fine without consorts, thanks. How did you reform your faith controlling less than 3 holy sites? Did you lose one? Yes. No, actually, I still control 3. Everyone forgets that Kiev is a holy site. So what you want is you want Kiev, York, and if you're quick when the game starts, Prandheimer is a single province minor. So if you're quick when the game starts, you can leap on Prandheimer. So given that we were going to go Byzantine anyway, it just made sense to grab Kiev. We got a favour hook on this dude. How's his contract? Why are we making him give us a massive levy contribution? He's going to hate us. Go high, dude. So yes, so we controlled 3 holy sites when we did it. We still technically control 3. I can't remember if we briefly controlled Smarland as well. We may well have done and then given it up. Yeah, it's been 2 years. Can we do more conversion? 3 months left. But he has finished, so let's get him doing more stuff. I feel like we should be murdering someone. We're not murdering anyone. And I feel like we should be. Dude, I just made your contract nice. You shouldn't be plotting against me. I can hook him though. Let's convert his religion. My Spy Master does have an incredibly silly hat, you're right. One of the nice things about getting rid of all of this Greek culture is it gets rid of the silly hats. Right. It's time for us to raise some armies and go back to war. Let's go try and win a holy war. Yeah, kidnapping can be really, really useful. Yeah, that strip of Carpathia is very annoying, and it's because we are not at the realm tier where we can stop things going out of our territory. Right, battle tactics. Do we go straight for the kill? I think we probably do, don't we? So what is the war target? I mean, the war target is essentially the capital of Kingdom of Savo, isn't it? Which is there. Okay. You have all of our good troops and siege engines. Go straight for the capital. You two are support forces. Caesar, thank you very much for the raid. It is very much appreciated. I did not catch you this morning. I've not seen what you're up to at the moment, but I assume, or I guess, you're still going for trying to complete all of your EU4 achievements, which is hopefully going well. And I did remember to set up this command. So let's give you some. Hearts of Iron 4, nice. I still remember your France communist campaign, which was great fun. For those of you joining us, we are playing CK3. We are Viking female rulers only, and we are the Empress of Miklagard. We have reformed Asatru, and we are currently engaged in a holy war for Sweden. Our goal at the moment, now that we've achieved our goal of being Empress of essentially the Byzantines, is we want to form Rome, but we want to do that with our children. We have some very nice daughters. We have twin daughters, Princess Matilda, who is quick, pretty, and Amazonian. And we have Princess Lagertha, who will be our next Byzantine Empress, who is genius, pretty, and Amazonian. Matilda we plan to set up as Queen of England to carry on doing stuff up here while we focus on Italy. But in the meantime, we have a war to win. Because if we win this, we are going to get our brother onto the throne of Scandinavia, which would be incredibly useful. Oh, you're doing France? I'll have to catch up on that one later. France Communist is a good run. I need to do a Napoleon run, actually. I've got a multiplayer game going on with Monkey, who also streams occasionally. You can go there to Finland and rest. Which is, we've been doing a rebuilding the Central Powers run. So he has gone Hungary and formed Austro-Hungary, and I went Germany and triggered the Imperial Revolt and put the Kaiser back on the throne, which has been really good fun. Kind of in two minds in that one as to whether to trigger the revolt in Italy or not. Matilda seems to have been having a difficult time at our latest feast. She sneaks out early and is not seen for the entire rest of the evening. Now this would be a problem if she was going to be our heir. We could have her be impatient, which is a vassal opinion down. We might just make her shy, because we don't want her to lose more stewardship. So we'll make her shy. Oh yeah, no, we're going for it. Rome will be reborn. We're doing well. The nice thing about, as we're gradually managing to get everyone converted to being Norse and to have our religion, is they get quite warmongery, and as long as we can keep channeling that into them attacking other people who aren't us, we're fine. Now the thing we just have to watch out for here is getting caught out, like say landing on somewhere where there is already a massive army. Now are those armies we have to worry about? I don't think they are. No, he's the High Chieftain of Savo. He's a vassal in the Kingdom of Savo, so we're not directly at war with him, because he's not entered his liege's war. So you land there. And you go siege that down. It should hopefully be a relatively quick siege. Lagertha. Lagertha is our primary heir. Lagertha has been asking me for a toy boat for a long time. It's because he's got the duchy beneath the kingdom, and they both shared a chest, but they were not technically at war. We're sort of war adjacent. In that, technically we're at war with him because he's a vassal of the guy we're at war with, but he's not currently actively getting involved in stopping us from doing what we need to do, because he is also at war with someone else. And I told her I would get one for her for 3 months if she displayed more focus in her studies. She simply waved away my offer, saying that she did not really care about that anymore. I don't think we really want her fickle because of the stewardship hit. She loses a bit of intrigue, but vassal opinion is really useful for us. We definitely don't want her trusting, so she's going to be content. You're just losing supply whilst actually not doing anything useful. Trimming the dynasty. Elizabeth's very existence is an insult to the name of our glorious dynasty. A withered, twisted branch hanging from our vibrant family tree. My kinswoman is a constant reminder of Beata's infidelity. I've never had this before. Perhaps I can make something out of her. Yeah, no, we'll help her. I feel like we shouldn't, I feel like we shouldn't do that. Oh god, no, I could never give an insult to tea like that. I don't think we want to murder her. She's alright. Okay, she's a Asatru and Anglo-Saxon. She's not hurting anyone. We really need to do something useful with these guys. If we can catch wherever that force is going, we'll kill that force. Because the thing is, we joined this late because we were fighting in another war. So God knows where their main armies are. Okay, now we're seeing some main armies. Okay, once you're at sea, you're going to land there as well, just to make sure that we win that. Well, my main worry is supply. We get there in time to kill them? No. So that's completely flipped the war score back. So let's get over there and siege that down. We will catch them there. But then we're going to need to split up for supply reasons. In fact, these dudes should be splitting up anyway. Our main issue here is getting so much. Everything around here is so low supply. Right, it's the biggest issue we've got. And the problem with that is it means it forces us to split our forces smaller and smaller, which leaves them prone to getting ambushed. I feel like we should have a better commander in this. Your saga. So we just have to watch up here. Right. Are you back in supply? No, you're still losing supply up there, but these guys aren't anymore. But this is going to be burning supply. So we want to station besiegers. How many people are in this fort? 800, so we could actually assault that if we got the break. Station besiegers. Their main forces are all up there. No, you're the besiegers, you're meant to stay there, and these guys are meant to move on. Right, what we're doing, we need to keep splitting these down. Can we switch off of diplomacy yet? We can't. So we're going to take... oh no, cancel. We want Groom to rule, don't we? So we've taken Groom to rule. Right, you are still going to be losing supply. That's not... supply limit. Supply limits around here are so bad. Right, go there, there's supply there. In fact, go back there and help with that fight. I mean, they're winning anyway, but... there. I'm just paranoid we're going to get ambushed up here. There's just nowhere where we can be in supply. God, I hate Scandinavia. This is why we got out of Scandinavia. Like, they're out of supply. Absolute nightmare. You're still losing 2 a month there. Ugh. Right, so they're landing to try and take that back. Right, you lot group up. You need to break that siege and get somewhere where there's supply. And you need to get over there, because I think that will be in supply as well. Absolute nightmare, this. Right, we're just burning troops. I need that to fall. It's just killing us. Oh, they're all massing to take it back, and we can take it back. It's just the supply is going to... See, like, they'll lose that because of the supply. And they'll lose that because of the supply. But I'm seriously considering just disbanding everyone. Yeah, it's a holy war. Like, I was kind of in two minds as to whether we should, but I think this is demonstrating exactly why Scandinavia is just such a fucking disaster for us. Like, if it hadn't been called as a crusade, we wouldn't have gone anywhere near it. The only good thing that consolidating all of these ones is doing, and why I'm doing it, is because it technically means we get to split the supply we do have. Like, you're going to have to go there. Go there. Actually, go there. We can take them on. We just need to fight armies. The more armies we can fight, the more better we'll do with this. No! Did my son's wife to beat? No! So who got it? I mean, she's Asatru in Norse. Congrats, you're going to be married to my son. Oh, no, but she won't because of the matrilineal. That's annoying. Oh, well. That is annoying. Yeah, I mean, we get slightly better supply because we're in summer, which helps. Really just need to capture the enemy king there. So we are bleeding troops. Hopefully win over there. Like the maximum we can support there is 5,000. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't crown her as Queen of Croatia now. That would have been a pain in the arse. Like, the good news is we've got lots of money, so if we have to... What we should actually do is just disband everyone and fight with fucking mercs. Rather than bleeding our levies on this. Yeah, because we haven't hired the Holy Order either. How's he looking on troops? He's still got 12,000 in the field. Because we're ranked first in this, so... We're going to lose that. Right. Right, I need to get back to England. Problem is they've still got big armies. You're going for Munster? You little shit. MojoBeast on TV, thank you very much for the follow. Lagertha came to me complaining about Sveta bullying her. She started asking how to get someone hanged. Ugh, we don't really want it to be arbitrary. She's gonna have to be. Right. Split up, get some fucking supply back. Right, where's this arsehole? Oh, he's a fucking adventurer, isn't he? So many messages, just go away. I mean, we're not the only one fighting it, but we are the one doing most of the fighting. The King of Estonia is still running around. Let's get some mercs over there doing things. So we can usurp the Holy Order. Let's do some mercs as well. Right, you lot. Let's go for a punch blow while we've got the supply. How are you still starving? What are you doing in a fucking boat? Fucking hell. Honestly. Never get involved in a land war in Scandinavia. I was watching Matilda play with the other children when Freya tried to push her over. Matilda took it all in stride and tried to talk down to Freya instead. Right. Matilda is not going to be our heir. She's going to be the Queen of England. That's sinful to Asatru. I think we're going to let her keep forgiving. Yeah, I'm not done with you. In fact, what we need to do is set a rally point back over here. Because we will be able to raise more troops there. If we can win some battles, it might actually be enough. Especially as they're starving now as well. Attrition cuts both ways. Our mercs now have supply and they don't. So we kind of just need to take advantage of the period while we have supply and they don't. We need to give that a lot of better commander. Where are you commanding? Right, so if we take command over there. Don't you dare lose. Don't you dare lose. They keep blipping between Irish and Scottish. It's quite funny. Probably a 16-month siege. Grinchelescu. Grinchelescu? Thank you very much for the follow. I tip my Panama hat to you. Because we've got the maximum war score we can from battles, so sieges is the only way to go. I think if we do that, it will slightly reduce the attrition, but not hugely. Right. We should probably deal with this fool in a while. I think this is my favourite track on the new soundtrack. Go deal with him, please. While you've got supply, go kill some more people. Actually, what we want here is a wall breach. So if we get a wall breach, we'll just assault the fucking thing. Because they're mercs anyway. Got a siege commander. Siege commander would be astonishingly useful right now. Yeah, it's a real shame it isn't, because it's a very good soundtrack. We have factions popping up, which is very annoying. Leviathan! It behooves an empress to spend a time at sea with the salty air in her face and a fine vessel beneath her feet. Today sees my personal craft and a small escorting squadron out for drills, practice and pleasure. Are we going to hunt the whale or not? There's a 99% chance we gain gold. We're already a living legend, so it's not like we need the prestige. We'll take the gold. No, I don't think this is going to affect the war score. Yeah, because we've already got the max we can do from battles. It's essentially all about sieges now, which is really annoying. Hang on, they've unsieged the capital. No, go to sea, you tart. Right, perks. We can take Befriend, I suspect, is the most useful to us. You're a fucking Viking. Use the water. Right, chasing down Methians. Oh, fucking hell. Just stand still for a minute. Right, that's still got our good commander. This isn't... because this is actually not fortified. It will fall in about 4 months. So we should be alright. Oh, and they're kindly coming in to attack us. Can't remember whether that ticks the siege or not. gave me no money. It's outrageous. This should win it. If we get that siege, it's a bonus, but I think they'll get sniped by those guys. But this should win it. And then we can get out of this very stupid war. You lot can go home. Can't assault because the walls haven't fallen. If the walls had fallen, we could assault. Which is annoying. I really like this Rhubarb Sour beer. It's amazing. Yeah, we'll lose those mercs, but whatever. Or not. Oh, we will now. They come in. Good work, guys. They'll die to them, but... don't think they'll quite get the siege first, but... these guys will. Oh, come on, what do you mean 87%? This war just needs to end. And now we're out of supply again. And you might as well go and help over there. Oh, you're running away. So that's 19 months, but we haven't got the supply. Because they're going to starve as well. Right, we can get them over there. They've got 55 supply now and we can merge them in. Which will at least give these guys some supply. I think the problem is we've not been capturing anyone. That's going to fall, which will help, as long as they don't move off of it. Right, so at least that gives them some supply now. The lure of language, ruling the multicultural empire of the Miklagard, so comes with its own set of challenges. Foreign subjects often feel alienated when they cannot speak their own native tongue. I think we do that because that's a lot of opinion improvement. There's a 52% chance of it. If we do that, there's a 77, and that's 300, so I think we do that. Yeah, I mean, we're at 93. I'm going to see if this siege wins it. Matilda has come of age. Matilda, we need 2. Sorry, Matilda. Lagertha has come of age. Oh, look at that. With an ending, coming of age, my tuition of Lagertha is of sufficient tutor, even a child displays little inclination towards administration, can come to truly understand it. She is Midas touched. Perfect. Look at that. That'll do us. Right, we want her on the throne as soon as possible. Which means we want out this stupid war. Yeah, we could actually just raise the army again. The issue is we just have to do sieges, which is really annoying. Remind me never ever to get involved in a holy war in Estonia, in Scandinavia again. Oh, cool, it's already there. Have we got any conversions or anything we can be doing as well? So we're not religious converting. It's starting to look better though, look at that. We're way better than we were. Right, get Syracuse converted. Cultural conversion. Let's carry on in Italy. This is why it's really important for getting those rulers with local culture and faith down, just because you want them cultural converting and religious converting as much as you. Culture is the one we're struggling with, but at least with religion we're starting to get the right religions in places now. See, I honestly think these sieges will be enough, but they'll probably break them. So yeah, I think maybe if we raise the armies again. Right, that is genuinely legitimately useful. We can switch once we've got that now. Right, we are going to take... Doesn't really matter. We'll take thoughtful. Right, what do we want to do for our... Actually, I'll tell you what we are going to do. We're going to go skullduggery. No, you need the dip trait that allows you to do it, and we're not going to get far enough down the track to do it. I think one more burst from our armies should do it. Which we need, because these fucking mercs are about to expire. They expire in 5 months. When do we win these sieges? 6 months, because of course, you know, because the world hates me. Right, get over here again. But let's make sure that Lagertha isn't commanding any of those. No. No. Yeah, let's win this holy war and then let's check to see if we can set another bunch of warding up. Because we are so close to winning this holy war now. Oh no, someone's plotting against me. Are they plotting a claim throne? That's outrageous. Does anyone need sorting out? Let's help out a bit in Zagreb. We need to kick them off of there so they don't break that siege. Which we will get there in time, so that's fine. Right, you and you. I want you to actually land over there. Can you not be in charge of that army, please? No, go there. Yeah, because I think we've got him on plotting at the moment, haven't we? So we might as well flip him. Oh no, he's back on disrupt. We're all right. There's max 1 day left, so there's no point. Right, come on, this has got to be enough. That's got to be enough, surely. Oh, what they've unfucking sieged. Oh, this fucking war. This war is a fucking disgrace. Like, the problem is this whole thing of it capping out how much you can get from war score. He's still the beneficiary, he's alright. So I don't think it was the brother we worry about. Like, at least have a concept of fucking ticking war score on or something. Oh, thank God we got there. Someone is plotting to kill my rival. Oh dear, how terribly sad. Enforce it, come on. It's at 100%. No! It was at 100% and the AI didn't enforce it. What else can we siege? Yeah, I mean, carry on. Have fun. This war is beyond ridiculous. Right. Attach besieged force. Go kick those fuckers out, because we don't want to lose that one as well. This is honestly... This war is even more annoying than that one that cost us all of our special units when we were back doing the stuff in Crimea. I think the other problem is at no point has anyone captured anyone important. Like, we have literally no prisoners. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God for that. Oh yeah, that war in Iceland was a nightmare. Tyr has granted King Siggi victory in the Great Holy War for Sweden after defeating King Eorva and his heathen warriors on several occasions. Our warriors forced the enemies of the faith to admit their ignominious defeat. With the occupied lands firmly under the leadership of a pious Asatru ruler, we can rest assured that the divine will of Tyr has been enacted. This is a glorious day for all true followers of the Vulknut. Tyr is with us. I have never disbanded troops so fast in my entire life. So, where does that leave us? We are a religious icon. We are a living legend and a religious icon. At the age of 45. Sweden is back on the map. It is ruled by King Siggi. It does mean that kind of the disadvantage of this is... I assume she's also the heir to... Ugh. She doesn't look very happy. God knows what's going to happen when they inherit. Oddly enough, he doesn't want to be our vassal. Right. Yes, he's both my brother and my brother-in-law. It's complex. Time to focus back on my realm. We do not want to take it over. It is indeed time to focus back on our realm. So what are we doing? So Lagertha and Matilda have come of age. Right now, the Empire is relatively peaceful, but I suspect that is in part because we are a living legend. I feel like we should stash cash in the bank. We could incur some tyranny and just get that off of him. Because then we could take Syracuse and keep it for ourselves and hand it off to our heir. Yeah, because we're getting all those language perks at the moment. The question is whether we want to hand the throne over to Lagertha now. Like, I think we'd be silly. I think we YOLO it and we take Syracuse off of him. Right, that is built up. We don't have a church there, but we'll hold off building that. Messina can go up ranks and things. Let's go log forts up again. We could spend a year or so just building income. I do think we're going to lose a chunk of that to Sweden now, but we'll get it back. It's not a problem. I do wish we could go up a crown authority now. Right, we should find a useful wife for him now, so that we can keep the line going. Actually, no, we don't want to. We want to let Lagertha marry him off for an alliance. I didn't choose to go for a hunt. I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, I think we span some cash. Is there any other titles we should revoke while we're happy to take the tyranny? So let's have a look again at who our vassals are. So which vassals have we got that are still not Norse? So the Duke of Slavonia is Catholic and Cisalpine, which is not what we want. So Jarl Ingeri is doing well for herself. What we could do hang on. We could murder a child. We could murder a child. Byzantium became a Viking state because I conquered it and made it a Viking state. Or rather, I nicely asked the baby emperor to do it. We're getting there on religion and culture as well. So the Asatru religion is spreading nicely now. Catholicism's really mostly bound to main Europe. We're doing well in Asatru up here. That should start converting now that Sweden's been holy warred for. Culture is still lots of Greek around. The problem is that a lot of our vassals aren't doing culture conversions. So it's really only us that's doing the culture conversions, which is why it's so slow. Oh, just fucking do it. Yeah, thank you. Right. So vassals. I don't really want to revoke from him. How killable is he? It is, and in fact, I will post a link right now before I forget. So I have set up, finally, the YouTube channel, and I will upload all of this run's videos to it over the next few days. It would be enormously useful to me if you would subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I need over 100 followers on it before I can change it from having a very silly link to having an actual normal link. So if you are on YouTube, and indeed if you've missed the start of this run and want to know how we got to this point, they will all be uploaded here. So sub away. She really doesn't like us. We'll get Lagertha to give her vassals back. We could marry her daughter to our son. She'd be a useful ally. She'd be a very useful ally. I think. The problem we've got is I kind of want to do this stuff with Lagertha, not with our current ruler. So her heir is Asatru and Norse. Asatru and Norse. Catholic and Cisalpine. So he is our problematic person. We really don't want him on that throne anyway. He's clearly overthrown someone we wanted on that throne. Let's start by seeing if we can get him to convert. I will not bargain for your soul. Oh, he's under siege. Who's sieging him down? Fine. Let's ransom some people out because see, she's our preferred candidate. Oh, he's trying to take titles off of her. Yeah, this man needs to die. Or we just go straight for... Let's just go straight for the imprisoning. It worked. I'm going to take his title off of him. No, it's not Garius the Brit. That's the problem. It's the link I posted in chat just a bit further up. It's this one. It'll be Garius the Brit as soon as I get 100 followers on there. Because once you need 100 followers on YouTube, and then it'll let you change the link to being what you need it to be. So I'm mainly planning on using it just as an archive for videos from... We'll start with this run, because I've got all of these ones saved off. How is our council looking? We've not looked at it in a while. I mean, it's still pretty decent. I know we've got powerful vassals who aren't on it, but... I don't think there's a way we can help her win this war. She won't non-matrilineally marry. Like, we'd save her kingdoms if she did. And we can't force the guy that we've just done that imprisoned. We can't revoke his titles while he's under siege. And we can't tell him to stop the war. Oh, we can tell him to demand he abandons his war. I don't even know what this war is. The Islander War for Mormadir Jakob's claim on the Moemdom of Athol. How am I in this war? Since when has the Isles existed? What? What? Did I miss a war declaration? How are we at war with the myrmidom of fucking Argyle? Seems like a very silly war to be in. Oh, one of my fucking vassals must have taken some territory up here. That's what it is. Surely if you're that guy though, because you get an option when the war target changes. Surely if you're that guy, at that point you go, you know what, I'm not going to continue fighting this war. Because it does mean fighting the Byzantine Empress and all her armies. Right, we need to start stress testing ourselves. Because otherwise it's going to be bloody ages until Magertha takes the throne. So when we get that perk, we're going to deal with it. I mean, the question becomes, ultimately, it's Northampton, so do you really want it? Terrible nightclubs. Yeah, because if you look, they've been eating into Alba again. The twins are 18, so we really need them on the throne. So let's reset perks to crit stress us. Which means we can do the very cheeky thing of taking Groom to rule again, which is going to give our kids another up to 3 points. Let's see how many they get. So Lerth got another point in stewardship, and so did Matilda. We might as well take Befriend again, and we'll take Thoughtful. On stewardship, we will take an anatomical studies, restraints. And know thyself. We might as well take faithful. Now, is there anything do we want to specifically take anything here? 5 of these we can take, so we probably want to keep our council still loyal. So we go change the loyalty arm. And then probably golden obligations, because we didn't take it before. It's actually quite useful. Right, well, we need to go deal with this war. Let's take another bunch of stress. Oh wow, look, the Sloveniskans have founded the Holy Order. How cool is that? Right, any more ideas for how to generate stress? Gratefully received. Because we need to stress ourselves to death. Now, based on our traits, doing dishonest things is going to stress us out. The annoying thing is we've got stress gain minus 50%, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. Oh yeah, we could use the Holy Order against them, because I'm assuming they're not, yeah, they're Catholics. But we've got the troops raised now, so we might as well just siege them down. I mean, what we can do is make sure we're commanding the battle. If we get really lucky, we'll die in combat. So it's not technically Iron Man, because I never do like actually click the button on my saves for multiplayer, or for streams. Just because you never know when something's going to happen the way you really, really do need to do it. And actually we'd have been screwed if we had, because we ended up having to go back to a backup save because of failures. Oh, looky there, that war's over quick enough. But we are essentially playing it as if it's Iron Man. Disband all. So yeah, we're gradually, which is what we want to get Matilda in charge over in England to do, because then she can really focus on doing that. Subterfuge, let's go with truth is relative. Like, I can't think of anything else we can do to create stress that wouldn't involve us generating tyranny. Because tyranny, essentially doing dishonest actions like revoking titles from people is what will do it. Has arsehole won his war yet? Yes, he has. Like, I don't think that's going to give us stress. It's not going to give us stress. Just going to annoy his family. Like, that's not going to give us stress. Like, you'd think that would give us stress because it's dishonest, but no. In fact, I lose stress if I torture people. Am I sadistic? I must be sadistic. So he still holds Galuria, so we might as well demand conversion. Gain weak hook, renounce claims. Just make him renounce claims. But that means we can give this out. So let's try this again. First off, we want someone for our son to marry. At least he's of age now, so we can make him a shield maiden if we want to. So we could make him a shield maiden. Yeah, exactly. You know, a bit of honest tyranny. Nothing wrong with a bit of tyranny. Hello. Are you the heir of Calabria? Which one's Calabria? That's Calabria, isn't it? Yeah, you're the heir of that. Okay, let's not marry you to your cousin, because that would be a bit too powerful. She's looking tasty, though. We've got quite a good little dynasty going here. The other reason we want the Gertha on the throne is because then we can reinforce bloodlines. Right, we don't need them to be of our dynasty. We do kind of want them to be within 5-10 years tops of him. She's Norse. Oh, she's the heir of Dalmatia. She's the one we've set up. Isn't the mad here? Gerdo. Ideally want Norse people. Culture Norse. And ideally unlanded. Titles. Where's titles? Ruler. Not ruler. It doesn't. It should. There should be a one that allows you to filter out heirs as well. Well, yeah, tyranny even has tyr in it. Right, we don't want matrilineal, so that sorts things out a bit. Problem is we really need them to be in our court. Because if they're not in our court, it causes we can't. We need people we can grant the title to. So we can grant titles to her. So maybe we go with that. Are you the heir of anything? No, you're not the heir of anything. I don't think. No, you are the heir. You're not the heir. So that means we should now grant titles County of Zagreb. Grant titles County of Pogaga. Grant titles where is it? Did I just give it to her? Or am I just being blind? No, she's already got the... Yeah, she got it Yaldom of Savonia. Not going to give any of this shit to Duke Mahalo of Lower Bosnia. Because Duke Mahalo is an arsehole and we don't want him anywhere near our titles. Right, we really need to die. We need to find ways to die. Give me other ways we can kill ourselves. Oh, don't make me lose stress. Yeah, there's no one we can duel though. Like, it would tell us here if there was someone we could duel. The duchy we can assert. So we can grant... So these things we don't want to do until we're Lagertha, because they're going to give her good things. No, you can't sacrifice yourself in the blot. That would be very nice. That would be very nice. We're going to get rid of that, because we're never going to... That's never going to not be a disabled building. Because we're going to get another event in 5 years, but it's a long time. We don't really want to get to that. How can we kill ourselves? Because, yeah, trial by combat would do it, but only if it was one to the death. No, you've got a silly hat. Stay in prison. Because we have to not go to feasts. I don't even know where that is. How can we usurp that? Oh, blimey, someone's been busy over here. Our empire has been growing again. Can't build anything new there yet. That's at max. Max. Can't build duchy buildings yet. No, we haven't got like an abdicate option. Essentially, these are our key options at the moment. Like, if you're depressed, you get a suicide option, which is a big hit, but I'd probably do it. I'd probably do it anyway. Like, if we had the poetry thing, I could challenge people to do poetry challenges. I'm not sure what else we can do. Like, we can't plot to murder ourselves. Let's get Sarah's keys converted. Oh, good for you guys. I have no idea who you are, but congratulations. I think murdering people gives us stress. I think. Can everyone stop writing me poetry? A lament for the Empress. The mightiest woman must leave this earth. Their deeds, their acts, their swollen worth. 'Tis rare enough for women to admit that all they leave behind is shit. Okay. Thank you, Hold, for that. That's very interesting of you. What's his allies like? Not great. Can we murder you? There we go, murder plots, 18 stress. Hang on. Oh, this is going to be very naughty. If this works, this is kind of feel like we should finish that one off. No, because he's actually quite a weak ruler. I'm guessing some of you have worked out what I'm about to try and do. Yep. Let's briefly think about murdering every single person in our kingdom. Come on, give me my critical failure. I mean, you're almost dead anyway. If we murdered you, we'd be doing you a favour. Let's just pretend we're very fickle. Yeah, we should probably actually... Let's have a quick look and just make sure there's no one we can ward. So... She's alright, Asatru Norse. She hates us, but she's not going to hate our heir because we're going to give her some territory. Old Asatru and Swedish, but too old. Duchess Karen's daughter is Asatru and Swedish. Too old to convert. Asatru Norse. Asatru Greek, which is 15, but it's a start. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. Asatru Norse. Asatru Greek. Duchess Constanta. How would you feel about Yeah, I'm always slightly about doing heirs of heirs though, because you can never be 100% certain it's going to work. Like there's a couple of different variables in there in terms of people dying. Asatru Norse. We've done pretty well on this when you consider that it started as an entirely Greek realm. Asatru Norse. Asatru Norse. Asatru Norse. Asatru Norse. I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased with how well we've done at converting everyone. Oh, she's just off. But if we bribe her, she won't be. Yeah, there's some proper turbining going on in here. You are Orthodox Barani. You, sir, are getting guardians. This was a good call on doing this before we do all this, because they wouldn't have accepted off of Lagertha. Because we're getting a lot of boosts for being like a legend, a living legend. You have a very angry child, sir. 12 though, so we won't be able to culture convert her. Oh, there we go. We've got another few in there. We should also cash in these. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because we won't be able to demand payments for them once we're dead. So once we get these ward confirmations in... Right, that was all the warding we did, wasn't it? Who else are we going to murder? Karen's doing very well for herself. Worryingly well for herself. Have a heart attack. Come on. Heart attack. Heart attack. Mental break. Shooting the messenger. My head feels like a thunderstorm trapped in an egg. I squirm trying to get comfortable on my throne as a messenger spins me some irrelevant sob story about pirates or bandits or raiders or some kind of commoner nonsense. The pressure in my skull builds, demanding release. Somewhere, and almost involuntarily, my mouth opens to speak. By Odin, I find your smell quite potent. Behead this fool. The court around us goes silent. Drunkard is probably a really good one to get. We're still feeling fine. Don't know who you are, but I'm going to murder you. Actually, no, let's murder you. Or how about we murder you? On second thoughts, let's murder you. Need a new spy master. Can you go up to 4? Doesn't it cap out at 3? No, we can't go higher. Oh, no, don't declare war. That was the wrong one. No, you can only have one murder plot at the one time, so it's fine. She's not inheriting lots of murder plots. You went over your stress limit and reset to stress 3. Everything is wrong. The walls in this room are wrong. The floor is wrong. Even the air itself is wrong. Why is it all wrong? Who has done this? Who has made everything wrong? Let's not murder Lagertha. Let's not murder Lagertha. The squirrels in the wall, they did it. How is our health still fine? The twins are doing very well. What we are currently attempting to do is stress ourselves to death with limited success so far. I feel a bit mean because we were an absolute legend of a ruler. But we really want our twins on the throne. Because they're, what, 20 now? 21? 20, yeah. No, see the problem is... Oh, we can now attempt suicide. See, indulging in drink will reduce our stress. So the problem is it reduces our dynastic level of splendor by 1, which we really don't want to do, because we do have well-known and we're going to significant. Like, all we want is a heart attack like a normal person. There we go, we're poor now. So we are ailing, which is good. We built some buildings in here. We have. Messina's built some stuff. So let's get some barracks down in here. It just means we're fun. We're fun to be around. I don't think there's anything else we can build. Syracuse is at max. Messina's building. Matilda is fiddling nervously with her sleeves as I open the door to my chambers. What is she doing here at this hour? My deepest apologies, but I must speak to you. Oh, she's discovered a secret of Queen Margarita's. Get you with your lover. Have fun, Queen Margarita. I'm not going to judge you. Ugh. All we wanted was a heart attack like a normal person. How's our council stuff doing? We can do more Norse culture conversion. Origin is 4 years. Hey, look, we've taken that bit of Galuria. Yeah, there is a touch of the Boris Johnsons about us now. Don't think there's any real dread game. Because I don't think doing any more is going to trigger any more events. I think we're onto the 5-year timer now. And eventually we will have attempted to murder everyone in the world. I mean, that one we can pull off, which is quite fun. So we're at poor. Yeah, can we get a better Riksgud? Not hugely, but she is better. So 3 more would give us another... Don't really want to lose Honest because it's proving useful to us. So we're now melancholic. Which is another negative. But we are not dead yet. Like, all we wanted was a simple heart attack. We'll become a poet. Still don't want to die. On the plus side, we have a very nice financial pot now for the Gertha, so she should be reasonably secure on the throne. And we are absolutely going for Rome. With that pot, I think we go for Rome. I think we take down the Pope. I love that we could gain a pickled human head. A drinking binge gives us a massive, a moderate health penalty. We are eventually going to run out of people to plot to kill. Unless we can be a very bad poet. I don't think we can do any poetry that gives us stress, just our... We are close to another break. No, we are legitimately running out of people to try and murder. There we go. There we go. Right, is there anything we need to do before death? I don't think there is there? There's no final titles we want to revoke off of people. I mean, yeah, pretty much, Mojo. Is there anyone we want to... potentially revoke from? I don't think so. I think we're set up as well as we can be set up. And we've got a good war chest. I mean, she leaves the kingdom in a good state. Like, the cultural work is underway. But if you look at the religious map, which is arguably more important, that is... Asatru is in a lot of places. It's even creeping up now here. Like, we have got a lot of the empire converted to being Asatru. And the culture will follow. So we've got a nice bit of Asatru spreading around. Culturally, our core territory is Norse. Got more religious conversion in Syracuse shortly. Yeah, good luck with that, Nicorette. Greek Orthodox populists are going to kick off. But that will be Lagertha's problem to deal with, and she's at least going to have a lot of money to do it with. So yeah, I think Hedvig can be incredibly proud of what she achieved. And okay, we had to somewhat stress death her at the end, just because but she would have lived for a long time if we hadn't. Which is a testament to herself. It's a good question. How is the Crusader Kingdom of Sweden doing? He's doing alright. He's picked up a bit of territory. He's actually managed to pop out some kids, even though he's chased, which is good. One of whom is a daughter, so she's nice as well. So that's a dynasty, that's a family line we can marry back into. And obviously she's of our dynasty, so we'll be able to get the alliance as well. Because I'm not as fussed about controlling that as part of the Byzantine Empire, because we're going for Rome, so it's not important. But having a strong Sweden that is of our dynasty that we can be allied to and is of our faith will be really useful. Like, really useful. Come on, Hedvig. Dead within a year. Good stuff. I mean, oh dear, how terribly sad. I do feel a little bit bad that we kind of had to do that to her at the end, but we needed to do it. Because otherwise we'd have just been in the same situation as we were with Gurley, where we just didn't have the control over our heir. Battle Midget 35, thank you very much for the follow. It is appreciated. It is very much appreciated. I don't think we'll bother with that perk, you know. I don't think we're going to need it. Something tells me we're not going to get a chance to do anything with it. You know, just a gut feeling. When was our year mark? We have a very nice pot for Lagertha now. Can we build in Messina again? We can. Upgrade that. Palermo is level 2s on everything. Level 2s. Level 2s. We know there's nothing we can build over here. So the thing is, we are going to be able to keep some titles again once we give up, because we're going to have to give Matilda these. So we're keeping Mann, because Mann is absolutely lovely. Like, Mann is so good it has broken the UI. That's how good Mann is. Yeah, we picked up a thing. It's not the one we've been working on though. Bailiffs is the one we're directly working on. So you pick these up kind of just sort of semi-automatically. Oh, look. Is that fucking Lothian again? No, it's Gwynedd. Duke Ulf's done well for himself. So there is a free slot there, but it's a ducal slot. So they're better buildings, but you don't get the chance to use them until you get a certain technology unlock. RIP Empress Hedvig. Can we get some F's in chat for Empress Hedvig, please? Empress Hedvig of the Miklagard has joined the feast in Valhalla at 52 years of age. She died of heart failure. A tormented woman, she had long desired the sweet embrace of death. Empress Lagertha ascends to the throne, courageous and willing to rush to action. Many hope that Lagertha's bravery will not see the realm fall into reckless ruin. So I think Empress Hedvig can be absolutely proud of all of the things she achieved. Continue as Empress Lagertha. And we will pause. The new Empress. With the passing of my mother, Empress Hedvig, the responsibility to lead the vast empire now falls upon my shoulders. I stand before my vassals, adjust my new crown, and puff my chest. Oh, the things I will accomplish. This is true. Long live the Empress. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I will immediately die. We are apparently at war. So I don't know what territory we had taken. Right, before I forget, we are going to push a button. Right, what do we need to get strengthen the bloodline? Right, we just need to unpause so that we become the dynasty head. Which may well require the month tick. There we go. Strengthen bloodline. And we can do this because we have 3 traits from 3 different classes. Vigor, beauty, and intellect are all the proof of a bloodline's strength. A dynasty thus blessed will pass these gifts on from generation to generation. The Heistening dynasty gains strong blood, which gives us a small health boost and increases the chance of inheriting congenital traits by 40% and the chance of new good congenital traits by 400%. Our dynasty is about to get very, very good. The strength of Heistening. For generations, our dynasty has been known for the strength of its blood. Vigor, beauty, and intellect are all attributes associated with the Heistening name. My own excellence only confirms this. All of our dynasty's best qualities in one perfect individual. My name and my gifts will live on through my descendants for centuries to come. You are now known as the Blood Mother. Ew. Ew. Right. Well, we are set up. I think that is probably a good point to end for today. And then next week we will begin, and I think our goal next week is going to be the subjugation of Christianity and Rome. We will take out the papacy, we will conquer the rest of Italy, and we will destroy the papacy, not just occupy it. I think that is our plan.